Hello, and welcome to the Test4me Demo. Test4me allows teachers to create their own adaptive tests for classroom use. To begin, you'll go to the site test4me.com/sign-in, and you have the option of signing in as either a teacher or a student. So we'll sign in as a teacher, and that will take you to the test database. And in this screen, this is where you have your teacher dashboard. You have the different subjects. In this case, we're focusing on Algebra 1. You can create sections of that particular subject. And then, in addition to that, you can also send different sections of that subject a test. So I can send a test to Ms. Stafford's first period class. Before you can send a test, we have to actually create one. So we'll start off with how you create a question within Test4me. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click on New Question. Now under this tab, you're able to select a level of Bloom's taxonomy. We have all 6 of them listed here. You can select a math standard. And then the key part here is that we enable our users to create a difficulty level. And the difficulties have been assigned based on the calibration we've performed on these specific test items. So through our psychometric evaluation, we've taken these test questions and we've assigned them an item difficulty number. And so this particular question that I'm going to use is an item difficulty of 0.6, which means it's very difficult. And then we've assigned scores based on the item difficulty and how many points this particular item should count for. So this particular item counts for 4 points on our test. Then I've put in here, using our latex expression generator, a place to copy the formula which will be used for this particular question. And so this is how it will appear for the students. So that is going to be our actual question, and now I'm going to copy and paste the answer choices into the area. Purposes of the demo, I just went ahead and copy and pasted in the answer choices. On this side, you can choose which answer is correct by clicking here, and then you can add another row if you need to in order to add another answer choice. But in our cases, we don't necessarily need to do that. So we've just added in a question. Now that you've added in the question, and you have all of your answer choices, you click Add Question, and then that question has been successfully saved to our test question database. Now we'll talk about how to create a test. Click on New Test, and first you're going to select the subject, so we're going to do Algebra 1, and this test will be named Polynomials. And now you have the opportunity to filter questions based on their question type in terms of Bloom's taxonomy and Common Core State Standard. So let's start off with knowing, which is the lowest level of Bloom's taxonomy, and then we see all of the questions that pop up under that. And so what you'll do is add those types of questions to the test. Okay. If you wanted to be more specific and think about what type of Common Core State Standard you want to add. So let's see, we want to add some more difficult questions. We can add these to our test as well. And it goes on from there once you have a sufficient amount of questions. And right now we're built so that teachers can create adaptive tests up to 25 questions. Then you'll click Save. Now the test has been added to your database. So what you'll do now is go back to your dashboard, and you see here we've popped up our Algebra 1 Polynomials test. So what you can do now is click on Section. We're going to send this to Ms. Stafford's first period class. And we're now going to send that test. And so those students will now receive a notification. So let's look at the student interface. So once a student is sent a test from a teacher, then the student will receive an email, and they can click on this link to access their test using this code. They will be prompted to then use the code and begin the test. Once they get to this screen, it'll ask if they've taken the test. If they have not, it'll say false. They can click on it and begin. So as you can see here, the test questions are presented to the student, and the questions are ordered and fed through our algorithm and our system, which enables for test answers to change based on answers that students get correct. So I'm going to go through this and just answer based on so then students receive a summary of their responses. So as we can see here, out of the 3 questions the student was asked in the knowing category, they got 2 out of 3 correct. Then we can also go down to see the student's breakdown of how many questions they got correct in terms of Common Core state standards. So what this provides for the teacher is a look into basically what levels of Bloom's taxonomy or what strategies do I need to use to reach my student, and then what Common Core state standards do I need to revisit to ensure that my student gets the information correct. The test also explains the right and wrong answers at the end of the test. Again, thank you so much for tuning in to this demo for Test4me. And again, really at the core of our product, teachers are able to select questions from a database or create questions themselves. Then, after tests have been calibrated by our psychometricians, they're able to select them for a test, and the test is presented to students in an adaptive manner, something that currently isn't available to teachers at the K through 12 level. And so if you have any questions, please feel free to email at info@thetest4me.com. Thank you again.